954-397-1230. That's 954-397-1230. So, if you want to reduce those iCable bills, then get Cast IPTV. For more information on how you can start saving today, just call 954-397-1230. That's 954-397-1230. Call today and start saving.
This is a public service announcement. If you're riding, please remember to wear your helmet. If you're driving, remember to fasten your seatbelt. Do not text while driving. Remember always to be on alert for any pedestrians. This has been a message from the Safety Department of Flexx FM. Flexx FM brings the latest news, sports, weather, talk, and entertainment. Compelling talk shows on issues that the world can relate to. Live broadcast that brings our viewers closer than 3D and much clearer than HD. We are your source for live radio.
The hottest DJ mixing the beats. Beats. Mixing the beats on Flexx FM.
This is a public service announcement. If you're riding, please remember to wear your helmet. If you're driving, remember to fasten your seatbelt. Do not text while driving. Remember always to be on alert for any pedestrians. This has been a message.
Are you
from the
tired
Safety
of
Department.
iCable bills? Well, here is a solution to your problem. Get Cast IPTV for just $30 per month. Yes, $30 per month. You heard right. Cast IPTV provides subscription and panel that supplies table hosting streaming all around the world on your smart TV, Samsung, LG, Sony, Google, Android, and Fire Stick for just $30 per month. No complicated installation needed. Just call 954-397-1230. That's 954-397-1230. So
it's insightful. It's factual. It's Flexx News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
This is a
It's time now for News and Sports with Sean Garrity.
Americans not sold on Trump or Democrats. Democratic presidential candidates are proposing lots of progressive policies in this election. And while these policies may resonate with the party base, some of those ideas are not popular with the general election electorate. And overall, independent voters say they're not impressed with the direction their President Trump or Democrats want to take the country at this point ahead of the 2020 election, the findings show. Trump did his best in his polling since taking office, but his approval rating is still just 44%. Fewer independents are undecided about the president and give him a 42% approval rating, up from 35% in June. The poll was conducted from July 15 to 17 after the president's July 14 tweet that 4 Democratic congresswomen of color, all American citizens, should go back to their countries of origin. The poll of 1,336 adults has a margin of error of plus or minus 3.5 percentage points. United States-based attorney Millicent Clark says many illegal immigrants in the United States, including Jamaicans, are now on the run as the Immigration and Customs Enforcement teams carry out raids to send home foreigners with final removal orders. This comes in the wake of announcements by President Trump to deport them. Clark told the Gleaner yesterday that there have been cases where persons who did not receive final orders of removal are being picked up and ejected from trains and buses by ICE officials across a number of affected cities, including Miami and New York. A woman is billed $100 for spilling Skittles in the backseat of an Uber. Now, next time you grab your Uber, you might want to make sure you don't leave anything behind, especially if the car's owner has to clean it up. Now, days after her ride, a woman in England got a bill from the ride-sharing company for £80, aka $100, to clean up about 20 Skittles she and her boyfriend had spilled in the backseat floor of the car. In the post, the woman, who appears on Twitter as Lydia Williams, includes a screenshot of the bill by Uber, which reads, "A mess that resulted from your trip required professional cleaning. Due to the severity of the incident on this trip, a cleaning fee of £80 was applied." In entertainment news, Lil Nas X ties Billboard record set by Maria and Despacito. Lil Nas X has taken the horse to the Old Town Road and ridden it to the top of the Billboard charts for 16 weeks, tying a record set by Mariah Carey and Louis Fonsi. Old Town Road logs its 16th week at number 1 on Billboard Hot 100 charts this week, matching the success that Carey and Boyz II Men's One Sweet Day achieved in 1995 and 96. Fonzie, Daddy Yankee, and Justin Bieber's Despacito accomplished the same feat in 2017. Now, no song has spent more than 16 weeks at the number 1 on the all-genre Hot 100 charts in the 61-year history of the Billboard charts. Can I get a whoa? 28-year-old Candy Body looks to launch dancehall career. Social media's newest sensation, Candy Body, is already focused on capitalizing on her newfound fame in Jamaica. The 28-year-old former prostitute, real name Carisha Brandon, has revealed her plans to launch a career in dancehall as a recording artist and or choreographer. Candy is also securing the bag with corporate Jamaica as Jamaica's leading distributor on manufacturer Wisynco reportedly reached out to her to promote the Water product following the success of her Water with Wow video.
Watch this here Friday. Can I get a wow? Wow! Can I get a wow? Wow! One more. Wow! One more. Wow! One more. Wow!
In sports, Williams sizzles the new Jamaica 100-meter record. Daniel Williams set a new Jamaican 100-meter hurdles record at the IAAF Diamond League in London on Saturday night. Williams, the 2015 world champion, was on fire from the outset en route to a sensational 12.32 performance to cap what was by far an exceptional day for the 26-year-old's career. Her winning time in the final elevated Williams to number 7 on the all-time list while beating Janique Brown 12.40 as the Jamaican record holder. Jamaica closed Pan Am Juniors with 17 medals. Jamaica equaled their second best medal haul in a Pan American Under-20 Championships after winning 17 medals, 3 gold, 7 silver, and 7 bronze. As the 20th edition came to a close at the National Stadium in San Jose, Costa Rica, the Michael McIntosh-led team matched the number of medals won in Kingston in 1991, but the 21 medals won in Tampa, Florida in 1999 is still the benchmark by a Jamaican team at these championships. And today is Gorgeous Grandma Day. That's right, on July 23rd, we celebrate Gorgeous Grandma Day, recognizing all women of a certain age, whether they are grandmothers or not.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station, Flexx FM.
Why advertise with Flexx FM?
Advertising on Flexx FM radio brings the community to your doorstep.
Your commercial is professionally produced. We offer competitive rates and our own flexible payment plans.
Do you want the word out about your new established business?
And create dedicated customers. Then advertise on Flexx FM radio.
Advertising with Flexx FM radio should be your next call.
Call 954-729-2082.
That's 954-729-2082. Or email us at flexfm@gmail.com. That's FLEXXFM@gmail.com. Flexx FM.
Radio at its best. Don't hesitate.
If you want to put your taste bud to the test, well, try the all-new Taco Wings and Things, which is conveniently located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderhill. Feel free to try our wings combo. Our wings flavors are Lauderdale Heat, Sweet Lakes, Honey Garlic, Hot or Mild, Buffalo, Hot or Mild, Nacho Cheese, Crispy Fry, Lemon Pepper, Barbecue Jerk, Mango Habanero, and the Barba Liquid. You'll never try a sub till you try ours, which is our Jerk Pork Sub or our Finger Licking Jerk Chicken Sub. Stop on by our location today. Try any one of our combos. We're open Monday through Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's Taco Wings and Things, located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderhill. For more information and direction, you can call 754-779-7866. That's 754-779-7866. Taco Wings and Things. Stop on by today and put your taste bud to the test.
You lift my heart up when the rest of me is down.
Wait, who is that? TC? Hey, TC, what's up?
Well, I'm in the day of grace, yeah. Look over the fence, yeah.
What are you doing over on that side of the fence?
TC, man, come over to the right side, the God side.
Why, Grace, and to share with everything that's happening in the world right now, you don't even know which side is the right side.
Join us right here on Flexx FM every Thursday night from 5 to 8 to hear Gracie explain just why the God side is the right side for life.
Are you tired of iCable bills? Well, here's a solution to your problem. Get Cast IPTV for just $30 per month. Yes, $30 per month. You heard right. Cast IPTV provides subscription and panel that supplies table hosting streaming all around the world on your smart TV, Samsung, LG, Sony, Google, Android, and Fire Stick for just $30 per month. No complicated installation needed. Just call 954-397-1230. That's 954-397-1230. So, if you want to reduce those iCable bills, then get Cast IPTV. For more information on how you can start saving today, just call 954-397-1230. That's 954-397-1230. Call today and start saving.
This is a public service announcement. If you're riding, please remember to wear your helmet. If you're driving, remember to fasten your seatbelt. Do not text while driving. Remember always to be on alert for any pedestrians. This has been a message from the Safety Department of Flexx FM.
Hey, whoa, it's the Vano in this jungle, oh, Warriors music, oh. Me wake up from a dream, couldn't go back to sleep. Me sit up and I pray a situation now comes. And me always dead for them, but me not see them in my tribulation. Oh, it's so funny that the people them will tell yourself to trust them. You never ever get them when you call them. I just you and the problem in this jungle. Every man for themselves so prepared to fight. Jungle. Hey, give thanks to the ones who are true to life. Jungle. The victory is there on the battlefield. Real warriors keep it real. Me get a flat down the road, through me car overload. Me have no spare on my phone battery empty. Maybe through me hear raga, me sure never press. People drive past now help me. And the ones who pretend to care, them just all about the money, yeah. Here comes the cops want ticket me. Ain't nothing about this, no funny. In this jungle, every man for themselves so prepared to fight. Jungle. Hey, give thanks to the ones who are true to life. Jungle. The victory is there on the battlefield. Real warriors keep it real. In this jungle, things I never ever wanted to see. Many true characters concealed. Flattering lips with smiling faces. Past them all the while in different places. In this jungle, everyone seems to have a hidden agenda. Hey, so I hunting for mine. Now go on like some blind. In this jungle, every man for themselves so prepared to fight. Jungle. Hey, give thanks to the ones who are true to life. Jungle. The victory is there on the battlefield. Real warriors keep it real. In this jungle. In this jungle. Hey, in this jungle. In this jungle. Me wake up from a dream, couldn't go back to sleep. Me sit up and I pray a situation now comes. That me always dead for them, but me not see them in my tribulation. Oh, it's so funny that the people them will tell yourself to trust them. You never ever get them when you call them. I just you and the problem in this jungle. Every man for themselves so prepared to fight. Jungle. Hey, give thanks to the ones who are true to life. Jungle. The victory is there on the battlefield. Real warriors keep it real. In this jungle, every man for themselves so prepared for fight. Jungle, they give thanks to the ones who are true to life. Jungle, the victory is there on the battlefield. Real warriors keep it real. In this jungle. Hey. In this jungle. Hey. In this jungle. In this jungle.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Lunch with TC. Of course, today is Tuesday, the 23rd day of the 7th month, which is July in the year 2019. And you see that we're actually chipping away nice and easy. Yes, that's what we are. We are chipping away. However, the information still remains the same. Factual, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, of course. All right, so I want to say a pleasant good afternoon to those of you who are chiming in on Facebook, YouTube, flexfm.live, and of course, TuneIn Radio or simple dial 641-552-8198. Thank you so very much for making those platforms the platform that you utilize to listen to Flexx FM live. For real. All right? I really appreciate you guys. All right, so here's what we're going to do now. So we do have a nice lineup coming up. We do have somebody of interest that we'll be talking with on the flip side of the hour right here, which is at 1 o'clock, and that's Mr. Cornell Bunting. We'll be talking with him, an author, a host, and numerous accolades to his name, ladies and gentlemen. We will be conversating with him later on. All right, so here's what we're going to do now. We are going to take the show to the next level. Yeah, we are. I know most of you are probably saying, let's wait and see what TC is going to do. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the show to the next level, my peoples. Big and serious, yes. All right, so first, let's get this out of the way. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, at Flexx FM Radio. It's easy. FLEXX FM Radio. Yes, that's easy. That's how easy it is. So you can follow us there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, want to say maximum respect to our sponsors. Taco Wings and Things, thank you so very much for making Flexx FM the platform that take your business to the next level. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget they're open Monday through Sunday between the hours of Monday through Thursday between the hours of 11 and 10 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and on Sunday 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. All right? Don't forget they also do deliver to, say if you're at work, stuck at work, can't move because your workload pile up like mine, then it's good that you can call in and have them deliver your lunch when ready. All right? So don't forget the number to call in and have your lunch ready is 754-779-7866. That's 754-779-7866. Now they're located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderdale. That's right where the city hall is. Yes, you can't miss it. Taco Wings and Things, ladies and gentlemen. Put your taste bud to the test, all right? That's what they do. And don't forget two things. They cater and they deliver. Yes, can't go around that. I want to say pleasant good afternoon to another one of our affiliate, our sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. Not our affiliate, our sponsor, which is AR1 state-of-the-art real estate and mortgages, ladies and gentlemen, which is conveniently located at 301 East Commercial Boulevard in the city of Oakland. Do not hesitate to call them if you have any question in regards to buying a home, selling a home, renting a home, leasing a home, whatever it is. Would that be a home, land, you name it, they got you covered. Call them today, all right? For real. Stop on by. It's even more better when you are face-to-face with the individual and you can read them eyes like I like to do, you know what I mean? It's like really get close to find if they are bull. Okay. All right. Cool. There are some great people down there. I'm going to tell you, reputable people that live up to their name. Their brand is all that they strive for. And of course, they strive to making sure that you are settled into something that you want personally. All right? Cool? Unfortunately, I cannot give you a discount on anything over there at AR1 state-of-the-art real estate and mortgages. But one thing I can promise you is that consultation is free. Yep, it is. So check my friends over there at AR1 state-of-the-art real estate and mortgages, ladies and gentlemen. They will definitely take care of you. Either Abdullah Richards or Anne-Marie Richards or any one of the Richards them inside of Air One State of the Art Real Estate. I don't, why them call it Air One State? They should call it Air One Richards. I'm just saying. Oh, probably that's what the R is, eh? Cool. A Richards 1. You know, you're probably right. The R probably mean Richards, you know. I should have read between the line. My bad. All right, so we got my friends over there at Richards. For real. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get into what we're diving into right now. Of course, there's some whole lot of stuff that we have to discuss here. And one of the stuff that we're going to discuss is, of course, your true potential and how do you identify that. So we'll talk about how do you identify your true potential. Or is it that what you're dabbling into right now is not really your true potential, but probably appearance potential. Who knows? We'll talk about it after this Jabooks called Angola. Check this video out. I love that song, and from the day that song dropped, I love it. Still love it. Angola, ladies and gentlemen. Jabooks.
Yes, Rasta. All them black people that belong to Africa. So we have to keep the giddy on the heart. Yeah. Oh. Hey. Kalangola. Up on my African Gola. Kalangola. Opesa Shamalang Gola. Kalangola. Me burn the fire from Babylon. Not take no chat from Babylon. Cause a you corrupt, the ghetto youths, we don't know wicked up, don't know Babylon. When me walk, I trample down Babylon. Talk and ride down Babylon. Who know always they are with your clans and plans. Won't come trapping the man. Who no can come take Mama Africa from me again. No, no can come take Mama Africa from me again. Who no think who no can come take Mama Africa from me again. No, who no can come take Mama Africa from me again. True religion, you bomb down a Lebanon. Pick yourself and a blame Afghanistan. We do no tricks and cons, implement a plan. Then you go dig down Saddam. We see you a draw nearer and nearer. But the Isle mama got now go share ya. Oh, me nah get scared. We defend the square. Oh, Pasha Shamalang girl, who no can come take Mama Africa from me again. Who no think who no can come take Mama Africa from me again. No, who no can come take Mama Africa from me again. Who no think who no can come take Mama Africa from me again. Them no like when we are dinner at the hills. Them want we stay here fi pay them bills. When you think say you save, you are save little cabbage. Them alone a counter of the mills. It's an authentic reggae beat. Let me skank off the shoes off of my feet. I get 3 Peter touch, 2 Bob Marley, and the little berry sound sweet. You no can come take Mama Africa from me again. You no think you no can come take Mama Africa from me again. No, you no can come take Mama Africa from me again. You no think you no can come take Mama Africa from me again. So the bingy man a call and go. Kalangola, up on Mama African Gola. Kalangola, up a Shamalang Gola. Kalangola, me burn the fire from Babylon. Not take no chat from Babylon. As a you corrupt, the ghetto youths, we do no wicked up, do no Babylon. When me walk, I trample down Babylon. Talk and ride down Babylon. You know what ways they have with your clans and plans. Won't come Trapping the man who no think who no can come take Mama Africa from we again. Aile Selassie, you know. Devices and through.
Aile Jabooks. I like it. I like it a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the message in that music, and the reason why we play some of these songs, ladies and gentlemen, most of these songs that we play here on this platform between 12 and 2, pardon me, it's songs that you can read between the lines of these songs. All right, so we'll talk about moral on this show. We'll talk about wrestling with principalities. We'll talk about so many stuff on this show. But some of the things that stays out are highlight is the one that resonates with you, our subscribers and our viewers. And here are the ones that resonate with you, the ones that you can relate to. Simply mean the ones that actually I live. So yesterday I have to go through a topic real quick, and a lot of people wish I had elaborated a little bit more based on their concern after the show. And one of the things that we discussed yesterday was about a pastor having sex with an individual from the congregation. However, that was 2017, but what happened is that video went viral. And when that video went viral, someone from the police department, I think that's in the Orange County, that's I think here in Florida too, as a matter of fact, saw it and intended to investigate, realizing that the young girl was only 17. So they arrested him on having sexual conduct with a minor. Now, 17, look at that. So what I had to do then, so I start going through all these stories now. And I bump up on another one with another pastor that was here. Were molesting a 4-year-old. And it's from a prominent church here in Florida where a lot of you Christian go to and burn me out when I talk about to the pastors and them things. Someone want to gas me and light me when I talk about to the pastors and so forth. Now yesterday was a little bit different because I came in defense of the pastor. Now even when I come in the defense of the pastor, when I still want to gas me and light me, what can I do? What more can I don't know. So I came to the defense of the pastor by saying, rather the pastor continue to do that as a man, be a man, act out as a man, than go on like him, he's older than thou. And behind closed door, he's doing that. So in a certain way, they might do behind curtain. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I actually talk about yesterday. And I'm saying to myself, why are you still knock me? So I realize now, so not just like knock me. So it's just a knocking thing, just like knock me. Because after me, I defend the pastor and I say, yeah man, rather the pastor do that than the pastor go against the word. There's nothing in the word that says you're not supposed to sleep with a man that's supposed to sleep with a woman. The pastor didn't contradict the word. However, if the pastor was a married man, which I don't know, I didn't find that in my research, so don't quote me on that if he was married or not. Most time these pastors have a first lady, but that I did one time. Nowadays, pastor have first lady, second lady, third lady, and a possible fourth and fifth lady. Is pastor going against the word? No. Back in them time, the pastor used to have first, second, third, fourth, fifth lady, and the pastor alone, everybody could have 6 and 7 and 8 wives. However, certain part of the world, it changes. Now here in the US, some people still practice that as a part of their culture. Still have 2. I just saw on a big network the other day a brother come out with 2 wives and how many kids, and the 2 wives them live good. And then you have them people, them women nowadays, me sir, no sir. Woman are not selfish, don't like share. The ratio of man to woman today is 9-1. So some sharing have to go on down the line. For real. And every time I did have this discussion on this show, this is what happened. Want to take it and put me in the mix like my personal thing me I talk about or me I defend. No. First thing first, and put this in a bracket. My belief is totally different from most of you all believe. Because me believe that this is my life and I should live it how I please. And your belief is that this is your life and you control my life too. So no fun have that belief there. Say once you're there with a man or a woman and you control everything them for do, or say it's like you go to the store and you buy one little puppy or you buy one cat. For real. But my belief is totally different. My belief is that's your life. You live it according to how you want to live it. If you're going to ask me, TC, you think me I put on too much weight? And if me tell you yes, you start knock me. You ask me, I'm going to tell you. No, the average guy would probably say, no, honey, you're fine. I like you just the way you are. When him out there talk to a girl who's slimmer than you because you kind of get complacent and put on too much weight. So I'm a hypocrite. But you me a hypocrite now. You can't beat me down. Because me not deal with the hypocrite thing. So I always tell you, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me the question. I say it all the while. If you ring the phone here and ask me a question, I'm going to tell you what the truth is. If you out there, and you call, anyway you see me and you ask me a question, I'm going to answer you as truthful as possible. If your ear don't look good, I'm going to tell you it don't look good. If your eyelash you have on dirty, I'll make me use my Jamaican word, it dirty and want change, I'm going to tell you say your eyelash you have on full of makeup and it look old. And because it looks, it make you look old. You have some man, some woman say, yo, me are 65, you know, and them look like 70, you know. And then you know, boy, you look good for your age though. Lie. Speak the truth. And that's all me know to do. So when me I go tell you, say, me now condone the pastor, because if sister want to give him something, you know, if, hey, listen, if you are giving her, nothing wrong in receiving her, we're taking it now. You are give. And if I ask and you say, yeah, nothing wrong with that. No, because me is a pastor, you got to tell me, say, me should not do that. Says who? If you go back and read the manual, which is the Bible, it tell you what do and not to do. So, me can't blame the pastor. Now them lock up the pastor because them say that church sister or that individual was 17. Anybody did check how old Mary was when she get pregnant with Jesus Christ? Anybody know the age? Come would I like somebody tell me. 954-343-5944. Tell me. Please. Kayla, do you know how old Mary was when she got pregnant? By a man where nobody no know. Do you know how she got pregnant? Immaculate conception. I guess the woman that give the man jacket was an immaculate conception. For real. So ladies, here's a new word for you if the baby that you're carrying is not for the man where you have, and if him a question you, tell him it was an immaculate conception. For real. Tell him the Holy Ghost breed you. You don't know who the Father is. For real. That's a damn good excuse. I have an immaculate conception. Ladies, anytime the body are trying knock you say you don't know who your baby father is, tell them say you know who your baby father is. You have an immaculate conception. You come in contact with the Holy Ghost. Alright? For real. Tell them God is your baby father. Yeah man. Argument done. Full stop, comma, dash, dash. For real. Now, let me say this to you though, with all fun and joke aside. For her to be 17 and you have to prosecute him for that. But at the same time, listen, check it, calm down and listen. She's 17-year-old and to prosecute the pastor for having sex with a 17-year-old, which you don't consider a minor. But it's okay for you to murder off as 15 and 16-year-old. Me not understand that's something there. For real, because once you marry them, so the pastor should have married the 17-year-old then, and then go indulge in a sexual activity with her. That's what you guys are saying? Because I don't know. I guess. So because now she is 17, them lock up the pastor. Who does that? For real, I really don't know who does that. But hey, guess what? Let me chop the story up for you real good and say this to you. All right, so Pauline, big up yourself. Nikki Stargirl, big up yourself. It's good to have you guys here. All right. Of course, I call, big up yourself, man. Julian Lee, of course, good afternoon, Julie. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Big up my friends in England who are chiming in right now. Thank you guys so very much for chiming in. And this is just one platform. I don't gone over to YouTube yet. I haven't gone over to FlexFM.live yet. This is Facebook. There's so many different platforms that you can chat and reason with us in. Are we going to keep up? Immaculately. That's how we're going to keep up, for real. All right, so discussion of reasoning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say this to you now. Now, imagine them lock up the pastor for that. All right? We'll go back to a later story now, where some people, the one thing about them, I'm going to tell you about them, If me invite them to one church now, a little 10 by 10 room, they're not coming in too small. Because them can't show off the hairstyle, the dress, and the eyelash. Them can't show it off. So they want to go somewhere where it's televised, and probably the camera hit them and them friends can't see them on the camera, and all these things. So some of them have got church for the likes, Yeah, some of them not got church for the word. Because if for the word you go for, and you go condemn the pastor, then you'd realize that the pastor deliver the word. He not tamper with the word. The important thing is the word. Because that's all he is, He's just a messenger, Him just come to do that, Just like when Jesus Christ come, him just come to do what him do and get caught. So you can't kill the messenger. Or in his case, you can't lock up the messenger. Him is just carrying the message. So when for him do behind curtain, that a film business. Now, if I go sit down there and side with the fact that because they are married by law, and look on the people who are married of these people, are certified, by go get certificate and everything, then are married of them people, And these are the people now, ladies and gentlemen, who sit down there and married of 14 and 15-year-old, And now, what are you telling them to do? It's okay now for them to go and have sex. Julie, or should I say Julia Harris, welcome, because we have Julian Lee and Julia Harris here. So if me know, to be honest with you, if I am going to say me I go condemn one, me have to condemn everything. So right now me I condemn the government. And me I condemn whosoever vote for that person to a lead. And I make these laws and all these things. It's wrong. Me I condemn them too. So if you're a president or you're a congressman or a woman put this thing in a law where it's okay for a 15, 16-year-old to get married, but it's not okay for them to have sex with somebody because what? Because them married? Joke thing this. So what kind of world is not living in? And what kind of thing is not condone? What not go and what not deal with? Me can't understand that something there. And I will never understand that something there. Here's why I don't understand that something there. Because what good for the goose should be good for the gander boss. Let me just break down that in a layman terms to you. If the law is set in stone for me, it should apply to you who set the law. Because you should be living by it. You don't live in Mars and govern in Earth. You live here on Earth too. So it should have goes for you just the same. So now we have to go retract something. And the people who represent them people here understand the things that when I represent them, man. I don't understand that something there. Why don't you guys fight for what is right? Than just go buy books and I say, boy, by law, so and so. What is morally right? Because most of these laws that are implemented right now, it not govern for you, know what I mean? A dog and alligator and lizard and snakes. Them they think, if you really look into it, not govern for us as human beings. Because them not treat us like human beings. For real. No, I tell the people this all the while. Stop watch title. It's not about a title of someone. Because most time you get tricked. A professor in college did a piece with us. And the piece that he did, he dressed up some of us in different clothing. Such as clothing as an officer, a doctor, however, when they brought in the real officer and the real doctor, the real officer in him hoodie and thing and him so forth. And nobody flinches when the real officer come in, them just treat him normal because he dressed normal. However, when the officer that was in the clothes that was a regular person, don't know nothing about being an officer, come in, everybody dress up and conduct. So the practice that they did showed us that we are circumcised to the uniform. Meaning, it's like if a doctor look on you and tell you, say, yo, you know, say you're sick and you need to take 10 of that tablet every day. And if I am the person who look on the tablet and say, no, you don't need to take 10 of this every day now, one will do. You know, you'd more believe the doctor in opposed to me because to how me dress, how me attire. And here's why you would believe the doctor more. Because then that's what they go to 12 years of college for, or whatever the case may be. That's what they study. So in your mind, you're thinking they should know more. That's how it go. Yes. So now because you're thinking they should know more, you're going to more believe them over me. Same thing with the police. If a policeman come and say something and me come and say it, you're going to believe the policeman more because of the uniform, the title that they wear. So if a pastor come and tell you, say, if you don't do this, you're going to dead and burn up in a hell, you're going to believe him more than believe me because of the title that he wears and the title that the badge that he wears, title that he carries. That's how it go. All right. So you guys hold the pastor accountable for his action, right? Because you say him can't preach to you on Sunday and then in a hotel room with a little 12 or 17-year-old, I bang it them way there. That's what you say. All right. So let me say this now. It would have been okay if it was a regular person inside there banging a 7-year-old. That's how you would have said. That's how it go. Would they pursue it like how them pursue it knowing that it was a pastor? Tell you boy. So often I read these stories about these priests and these little boys. There was a church in Fort Lauderdale where the pastor have to step down. Now, we were digging up these stories yesterday and we were going back and forth with these stories. And in my research and of course in our correspondent research, they found the story that the person that the pastor was sleeping with was 17-year-old and he was incarcerated. He was jailed for it. However, the church that the individual go that was actually tearing down the story, her pastor actually molested a 4-year-old. No, was molesting a child from she was 4-year-old. Yes. So how do you feel now? That's what I love to know. How do you feel now? Because you condemn one, but hey, if you look on the congregation, how big it is, some people them love the big church thing, Yeah. They love this big church thing. So all them do is just go to these churches, these big churches. Well, I can say this much to you, ladies and gentlemen. It have nothing to do with the size of the church. It all have to do with the message. It have nothing to do with the man who carry the message. It all have to do with the message. It have nothing to do with the people inside of the congregation, what title they hold. It's all about the message. So if you come for the message, absorb the message and don't just absorb and dip on amen like most on the love. The yes, pastor, preach, yeah. And then when you're done now, you go back and do the same thing. Now, let me touch a topic here real quick. So, this past weekend I was at an establishment working and a conversation came up about a pastor who actually come to this establishment and lie for a minute. Is there anything wrong with a pastor coming to a club and listening to the music and buy a beer and having a drink and sitting down and enjoying himself? Is there anything wrong with that? Well, I don't know, for real. This is a question, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't know. Is there anything wrong with a pastor coming to an establishment on a Friday or a Saturday, having a drink, socializing, and then going back home? Is there anything wrong with that? Because you know me. Me I going to tell you say nothing wrong with it. You know that. That's me I going to tell you. For real. As I said before and I will say again, him I want to have as my friend. And the pastor that me rate, him is who I want to have as my friend. So, by saying this and saying that, my people, so this individual now come to an establishment, a nightclub, and he's there having a drink, socializing, meet a young lady. When he met the young lady, conversation moved to another and so forth. So it sparks, something sparks there. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't see nothing wrong with that. However, he didn't reveal to the individual that he was a pastor, but he continued to, have conversation, get a little bit deeper and deeper, and then it may spark a relationship. Now the individual now starting to feel that this is going somewhere. So now, when you deal with a woman and she start feel comfortable, emotion, I got settle in and so forth, right? All right. So now everything gets settled in now. This individual now felt distraught when she found out that this man that she met in the club is actually a pastor. Why would you feel distraught? You should have feel blessed. You should have said, look how me come close. God find me all the way in the church. The man moved from the church, come all the way in the club, come find me. No, you should have feel like say you're one step closer to your God. That's how it go. If me find out say a woman quote me in a nightclub, and when I realize this woman is a pastor, then she say me I see that as a sign. So me not gonna get upset because you never tell me say you're a pastor. For real, I will not. However, this individual was a little bit upset because he never revealed that he was a pastor. But me not see the need why for her to be upset. What you should have done now is just find out when we can start do some Bible study now, because me really want to know more about the word. You know what I mean? Now she feel like she have been deceived and she has been led down because he never tell her. But he doesn't have to. So, my message to you now is to relocate back the pastor and try to see it from a different perspective. Look at it from his perspective. If him walk and go and tell everybody say my pastor what happened, who knows? God may send him to come save your soul. It's like sometimes we pray for some things and the prayer has been answered and we have moved it away. For real. This could be your prayer being answered. Who knows? So, how little faith thou have. Call back pastor, man. And what you need to start do like pastor. It's like when you go club on Saturday. Go hang out with the pastor at church on Sunday, man. For real. That is getting to know pastor some more. Honestly. But props to pastor still and any other pastor who actually socialize. Because some pastors feel like them the need for mingle with certain people. And the moment you take away yourself from certain people, you're not a man of God. Because when Jesus Christ come here and set the example, him walk with a bunch of thief and peer sitting. No, the man that Jesus walk with a normal and regular man, them way God abide man. A people them way that go astray. Prostitute and them people the man come because of them need the help and them more need the word. So him associate himself, him align himself with them people and show them a different way of how they are living. So if you just feel like say you go hide under your tabernacle or your little thing where you wrap your head with or whatever, your big congregation with televised all over the world and offering are coming from 7 different angles and the ATM machine there at the front. If you don't have cash, you can draw ATM. We do take check. If you forget your checkbook this morning because you were rushing and late, we do have an ATM machine in the lobby. Now seriously, if that is all your intent is, then believe me, some pastors can sell a good word, you know. Let me tell you, a pastor will come to Florida and make himself a man. This pastor say he was a drug dealer. He that do something for drug people and he that pimp prostitute and them thing there. And them sell you a good testimony. So you feel like the need to it and bind to it. Because this pastor say when him come here and build him look a church, you know, he that work and then do him look a service on the weekend, you know. Because it was all about the word. But most of them get lost in transition, ladies and gentlemen. May I tell you this? Most of them get lost in transition. Most of them. Watch this movie called This Sunday. Anytime you get a chance. Kayla, watch a movie there, yeah? Have you seen it before? This Sunday. Alright? Watch it. And it just goes to show how this organization, as what I love to call it, because it's a business. I don't care what no one say. Them turn this thing into a business. Watch This Sunday. And it explains to you about this organization. Because this money, I tell them, say, listen, yeah, tell me, so the man I read the book. And you tell me, say the God where we there serve. The people them in Africa will never hear him name yet. And dead now go get to see him face. Something to write in the scripture. And from the man said that the big man them, like the politician them will govern the churches, them want to get him out. So this little black youth now decide say, he might go take some time and find him God and go pray about it. And in him taking the time and go pray about it, the man have to start back from scratch, rock bottom. Be a little small church, him and preach till the day him dead. For real. Never make it back to the big televised churches them. So it's a business. The man instructor tell you what to and not to preach about. You can't tell me that. If the word is there and available, I should be able to. That's why I like them small churches there, when a big body not govern, you know. I'm not for go by it. I don't like nothing with two govern, you know, because I one govern me taking and a God govern, you know. Any other govern, because when God create heaven and earth, you know, he create some orders for us to govern by. And then mankind come and create a different set of orders for us to govern by. And if we read and understand, we would realize that everything with the man themselves not governed by is mankind governed. And that govern there is all about money. It's not about regulations and how we should conduct ourselves as human beings. It's about money. Why you penalize me? I feel like I want to walk on the side of the street here. Or miss this I walk and it's clear. I don't want to walk all the way go down the stuff cross. I just want to cross right there. So you're going to penalize me. I'm going to pay a fee for jaywalking. When I already see the way clear. And I'm not going to endanger myself or anybody else, as a matter of fact. So when you really look into it, it's a money thing. Just like the churches them now. So who knows if it's not another pastor? Because when I look at that video, you know, and see pastor in a hotel room with a girl, you know, somebody must have been holding that camera, you know. So in my head, I wonder if a first lady. So I don't know, because I never saw who did hold the camera. So somebody was there holding it. So it could be a bishop, could be a deacon, who knows. But everybody, the whole church get penalized. If that is the case, everybody should have gotten penalized. Because somebody was there only camera. It looked like pastor was being instructed on what to do to, you know. To be honest with you, you know. Yes, man. Because that video went viral on Facebook first. This is how some people pick it up and realize that girl that look young in her face, make her check it out. And there's a policeman who actually went and checked it out. And then investigating and find out that this young girl was 17. What them do? Them go lock up pastor. Where you lock up pastor for when uno see him when I married up the 15 and 16-year-old them. And uno forget lock up. Them judge there, we assign them marriage certificate there, them forget lock up too, because uno give the consent. For real. So now I tell my daughter now so she can't get married at 17 and 15. For real. All I want to know, how old Mary was when she get pregnant. That's all me want to know. Because if everything back then used to be written, I don't know who tell them or instruct them and give them the knowledge that, listen, anything you do, make sure you make note of it, write it down. But they used to do a lot of that. This is how we arrive by the Bible. Because people used to make note. A lot of notes has been destroyed. So a lot of truth has been destroyed back then. So some of the things that we are going now, we don't even know if it's truth or not. So just our own conscience, we have to bubble off. You know what I mean? When I say bubble, I mean we have to move off. So if you have to move off of your own conscience, then let your conscience set you free. For real, some of the time I look upon some things I may say, all this is foolishness, you know. But then it's just one vice. So me alone see this as foolishness. I don't know. So I'm kind of worried about that something there still, to be honest with you. So you may go do right now. I'm going to put a pause to it right here. And we're going to conclude it, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow. Because I have a very special guest coming up in 4 minutes. As a matter of fact, 3 minutes and 50 seconds to be exact. And we have a very interesting conversation, a very interesting discussion coming up on the other side. All right? But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to leave you with this video before we go to our break. All right? So I want you all to check this video out. Another video with another message again. Drop this one, Akela.
Come underneath our smile. yeah. Mama underneath her smile, silly watch, yeah. Sweet killer, can't put back a red on the Rasta man a pillar. She's just a sweet killer, can't put back a foot in at the Rasta man a villa. She's just a sweet killer. Me one day for she kill off Jacob Miller. She's just a sweet killer, yeah. Sweet killer, yeah. Love get tricked by her looks, I know she talking Oh, she smiles, I know she walking She will make you daydreaming at the park, Drift away with a broken heart, Take your free books and get no joke, you play not, Oh, she provides, will lift you distraught, Make you feeling sad and dark, So she stay, so she make her mark, She's a sweet killer, can't put back a red on the Rasta man pillar. She's just a sweet killer, can't put back a foot in at the Rasta man villa. She's just a sweet killer, my one day for she kill off Jacob Miller. She's just a sweet killer, yeah. Sweet killer, yeah. I got to leave her. She's just a deceiver. I know it no more than ever. Though she be treasure, yeah. I put a block on her number. It makes my heart go thunder. I don't wanna surrender. She's like a devil down under. She got man locked in her palm with her crazy looks and charm. As she get where she wants, so she gone. Don't let that stress start to what that is the name. She's not the feeling type. She all about the fame and the money and the hype. She's like the stealing type. Can't get no loving if your money don't right. Sweet killer, can't put back a red on the Rasta man pillar. She's just a sweet killer. Can't put back a foot in at the Rasta man a villa. She's just a sweet killer. Me one day for she kill off Jacob Miller. She's just a sweet killer, yeah. Sweet killer. Hey, stop, da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da, stop, da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da, stop, da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da, stop, da-da-da. Yeah. She make you don't know which way to turn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a break and come right back with some more right here on Flexx FM, the only station that does it like this. Now, the question is, before I even leave, how old was Mary when she got pregnant with Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior? We'll be right back after these messages right here on Flexx FM, the only station that matters. All right? Keep it locked.
The time now by Flexx FM is...
It's 1 o'clock.
The current temperature, 89 degrees.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station. Flexx FM.
Why advertise with Flexx FM?
Advertising on Flexx FM radio brings the community to your doorstep.
Your commercial is professionally produced. We offer competitive rates and our own flexible payment plans.
Do you want the word out about your new established business?
And create dedicated customers. Then advertise on Flexx FM radio.
Advertising with Flexx FM radio should be your next call.
Call 954-729-2082.
That's 954-729-2082. Or email us at flexfm@gmail.com. That's FLEXXFM@gmail.com. Flexx FM.
Radio at its best. Don't hesitate.
If you want to put your taste bud to the test, well, try the all-new Taco Wings and Ting, which is conveniently located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderhill. Feel free to try our wings combo. Our wings flavors are Lauderdale Heat, Sweet Lakes, Honey Garlic, Hot or Mild, Buffalo, Hot or Mild, Nacho Cheese, Crispy Fry, Lemon Pepper, Barbecue Jerk, Mango Habanero, and Barba Liquid. You'll never try a sub till you try ours, which is our Jerk Pork Sub or our Finger Licking Jerk Chicken Sub. Stop on by our location today. Try any one of our combos. We're open Monday through Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's Taco Wings and Things, located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderdale. For more information and direction, you can call 754-779-7866. That's 754-779-7866. Taco Wings and Things. Stop on by today and put your taste bud to the test.
You lift my heart up when the rest of me is down.
Look, weird. Who is that? TC? Hey, TC, what's up?
Well, I'm in the day of grace, yeah. Look over the fence, yeah.
What are you doing over on that side of the fence?
TC, man, come over to the right side, the God side.
Why, Gracie and Tashia, with everything that's happening in the world right now, you don't even know which side is the right side.
Join us right here on Flexx FM every Thursday night from 5 to 8 to hear Gracie explain just why the God side is the right side for life.
Are you tired of iCable bills? Well, here's a solution to your problem. Get Cast IPTV for just $30 per month. Yes, $30 per month. You heard right. Cast IPTV provides subscription and panel that supplies stable hosting streaming all around the world on your smart TV, Samsung, LG, Sony, Google, Android, and Fire Stick. For just $30 per month. No complicated installation needed. Just call 954-397-1230. That's 954-397-1230. So, if you want to reduce those iCable bills, then get Cast IPTV. For more information on how you can start saving today, just call 954-397-1230. That's 954-397-1230. Call today and start saving.
This is a public service announcement. If you're riding, please remember to wear your helmet. If you're driving, remember to fasten your seatbelt. Do not text while driving. Remember always to be on alert for any pedestrians. This has been a message from the Safety Department of Flexx FM. Flexx FM brings the latest news, sports, weather, talk, and entertainment. Compelling talk shows on issues that the world can relate to. Live broadcast that brings our viewers closer than 3D and much clearer than HD. We are your source for live radio.
The hottest DJ mixing the beats. Beats mixing the beats.
Flexx FM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we do have our special guest on standby waiting for us to go live, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cornell Bunting. And the question is, Mr. Bunting, and what he does and his purpose here in life, and how did he find his purpose, the walk, the journey, ladies and gentlemen, right now. Our special guest, as promised, Cornell Bunting. Cornell Bunting, good afternoon, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
All right, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good here, man.
That's good, man. That's good.
Okay. All right, I have a few questions I'm going to ask you. But what we're going to do right now, we're going to flip real quick to a logo and come right back at you, all right? Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. So coming right back to Mr. Bunting. Yes, Mr. Bunting, are you there, my brother? Much better. I can hear you much better now.
Okay, that's good.
So how is the weather on your side though? I see like it's a nice sunshine and it's like it's the temperature somewhere around in the high 80s.
Yeah, high 80s, but then I think in a little bit, the rain gonna start to drop. So we're gonna get some rain as well.
Alright, so don't get too comfortable then.
Yeah.
A lot of people are wondering, what is it that Cornell Bunting is involved in? Because we know that you do hosting, but however, there's so much, accolades to you as an individual. Let us into your world just a little bit and let us know, You, the man, the author.
Yeah, yeah. So Cornell Bunting is story. You know, for me, I have so many stories, and I think I had to get to a place where I needed to find who I am. So this journey, you know, a published author that have all these other entities tied to the brand Cornell Bunting. It really stems from, you know, what I used to do in high school. You know, I used to do drama. I used to write plays for my school, and you know, did some entertainment competition back in Jamaica. Um, and so I think, you know, from my journey, you know, from being born in Jamaica, you know, then have some upbringings in England, Bristol, you know, to coming to America and, you know, learning the different things and how I needed to apply myself to, you know, to become a citizen, to try to be understood by everyone else that is trying to figure out what is this guy really about, you know. So my stories, even though a lot of the books I've written already are fiction, they are tied to some type of truth in my past, you know, when I was young boy, you know, stuff like this. Just different things that I've gone through. And what I did last year, I released a book of poems. It's a collection of poems. The book is called Bunt Walk. You know, people can
Bun
actually
Park.
find it on Amazon. No, Bunt Walk.
Oh, okay, Bunt Walk.
Yeah, yeah. So it's basically a breakdown of bunting journey. You know, the journey, walk stand for the journey. So from I was, you know, maybe I'd probably say about 6, I had different stories that I've put in there. That is their little synopsis, and so there's gonna be big like novels coming out. You know, hopefully this year to early next year, that will be touching on some really interesting stuff that we're hoping to turn into movies. And a lot of the stories as well, what I've done, you know, after I write a story, I'll read the story, you know, see if it makes sense to me and if it's something that I want to share with the world. And then I say, you know, what does a gameplay look like from this? And then I'll concept a video gameplay. So for everyone that wants to know, you know, a little bit about this man right here, Cornell Bunting, I'm a single dad of 3 boys, age 15, 13, and 11. Like I said earlier, you know, born in Jamaica with some upbringings in England. Here in America, pursuing that dream to become that one author that is not like no other author, because I have so many other parts to me. You know, I do motivational speaking. I do travel outside of the country a lot to go motivate the youths. You know, and the MC gig is really like a little side gig, just really something that help to pay the bills every now and then. And but I like to have fun. You know, I like to have fun with people, and I love people. So, you know, if you do me something bad today, you know, before the end of the day, I'm forgive. You know, that's just the energy I have. You know, I can never go to sleep with some type of bitterness. You know, I'm not a big fan of losing sleep or anything I have no control over. You know,
Love
I
that, my
give it
brother.
to
Love
just,
that.
yes, man, yes, man.
Let
So
me ask you this question though. You know, you say that you're a single dad of 3. How do you manage, you know, being a dad of kids that even teenagers? Like, you know how you have to be consistently behind the teenagers there and so forth, and the age group,
yes,
the age rank that they're in. So I mean, that's a full-time job.
yeah.
How do you manage writing plus attending to your boys at the same time while you have to travel to do, you know, these motivational speeches and so forth?
Listen, Mr. Flex, I gotta tell you, you know, man, I have to just give it to God. To be honest with you, I don't really know. I can't tell you how I do it. To be honest with you, I don't myself don't know how I do it. Sometimes I pray every morning before I do anything. And I lift them up to God. I say, God, just cover them under your blood, you know, and just help me if you allow my Holy Spirit to lead. And because it's challenging. It's very challenging. My oldest son, 15, my 13-year-old, actually have a girlfriend right now that he talks to. When I tell you, man, this kid talk to this girl possibly every hour on the hour, man. I don't get it. It's crazy.
That's
man.
been 13 for you.
Yes, man. And then, you know, my 11-year-old, he kind of got a little popular in school after I went there and read one of my books. Actually, like the book Line with No Roar. I read it at his school, and the girls, they just start going crazy for him. Just, you know, like, so he's like a little celebrity over there, still trying to understand. So he's juggling about 4 different girls right now, and I'm telling him, listen, man, as long as you just leave it right there where it's just conversations, you know? And I talk to them, man. Yeah, man, you know, so it's not like it's challenging, but I don't breathe down on them too much, man. I let them still be themselves, and you know, I just kind of go from there with it, you know.
Right. So my question, you actually were born in Jamaica, you grew up there, you spent some time in England, and
yes,
that's where the accent, because a lot of people misconstrue thinking you're actually from Africa, you know, to be honest with you.
No. I mean, I've been to Africa a lot, but no, I was actually born in Jamaica, man. I'm actually a part of that Bunting family, and Jamaicans know the name because my cousin is, you know, he was Minister of Defense in Jamaica. Peter Bunting.
You're talking about Peter Bunting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So a very popular family you're from. However, you know, you grew up in Jamaica. That simply mean that not necessarily that you're sheltered from it, because you're more looked into as one. You would be recognized as one of the fortunate few, I would say, based on the fact that, you know, one family member ate out, and you know, that's what happened when you try to better yourself, especially in Jamaica. It doesn't matter the route that you take. Once you start to make a little bit more than the average, they seem to think that you're more fortunate than the others. But then again, you use that and propel yourself into mastering the craft of being an author. You went to England, and I'm quite sure you probably take it from there and you know, develop it even more, move to the US now and trying to put the icing on the cake.
Yes, man. It's and for a lot of people, I don't want no one to think, you know, I've gotten any type of help from, you know what my cousin do, Peter, because to be honest with you, Peter don't even really know my journey that much. You know, I mean, we talked briefly. So, you know, this has been like a serious challenging, man, because I work with the Crown Plaza in Jamaica. The Crown Plaza, they sold them to the embassy in Jamaica, and they managed to get me a job in Captiva Island in Florida. And that's how I came to America. And from that, I saw that there were so many opportunities. I said, you know what? I want to become a citizen here. I want to open my own business, you know, and I want to get a few degrees from college here. And I was told by a guy at that very time when I made that statement, that will never happen, young man. Don't get them things out of your head, man. Them things that happen for we up here. And that really put me, it drive me, man. It drive me. And all of those things I said I would do, I accomplish.
Simply mean that you're a go-getter. So let me ask you this question though, Cornell. The fact that, you know, we don't see much Jamaican as author, because I'm quite sure it's a process, a long process. And I can tell you, as being a Jamaican nationality, I can tell you that we want it and we want it now. And to be an author is not something that's going to turn over financially overnight. You know what I mean? It's a process. How did you do it?
So it's persistent, you know. I am a very persistent person, and so I actually gotten over 283 rejections. My 284 response was from Eaton Literary, who I signed with. back in last year. So this journey as an artist has been coming for I want to say now 6 years now, because of how the everything is. They, you know, whether they don't have room for me because they have too many authors, or they don't care for the story that I've written. It's really what I found out with this as an artist is, as long as you believe in your work, as long as you believe in what you have written, and you believe that something can come from the story, there's no matter what. So you just have to keep in, because the devil is gonna test you and just see if if you can withstand the challenges he's going through at you. So for me, the first opportunity, the first big opportunity came in England when I was speaking at an event, and what the publisher that I have now, Austin Macaulay, they're in Canary Wharf, London, and they had a scout out there, and they came and saw I dealt with these kids. I had about 180 kids, and I had to sign 180 books that day. But the way I talked to those kids, and then the way I answered all their questions, they said, we're interested in republishing this book. Would you be interested in that, and what that look like? And for me, that was like the first half I got. So I said, I kind of like how it sounds. It will give me an opportunity to move around, to kind of spread the name more. So you have to do a lot of self-branding. You have to push yourself as well. You can't leave it up to them, to help you. You have to really push yourself. And, so for me, I do that. I've created every single social media platform you can think of. I have a page on there, and I try to push myself on there. I'm a big fashion guy, so, I push a lot of that stuff on there,
Yes, I could see that, especially at the awards. The attire that you brought to the awards, and I'm telling you, you captivate a lot of people. The questions were buzzing around the room. You know what I mean? They're wondering, he's from England, he's from Africa, where he's from? Not to tell that, hey, guess what? He's actually a born-bred Jamaican. And that's what I like, when my people take it to the next level. But for our listeners and subscribers, Colonel, let me ask you, what would you say was the hardest struggle for you as an author to break into the industry that you're in right now?
It's really to understand me and who I am, and the reason I choose to be an author, why I wanted to do this, and why am I different than all this? What can I bring to the table that's different? How can I contribute to society, and how can people relate to what I'm doing? So I would say really, man, one of the hardest things really kind of came from after I came out of jail, and that's a whole another story. But when I came out of jail and decided to pursue writing, all those things that was hanging over my head, I think people sort of were like, what, this guy is not real. And so a lot of people didn't take to my work. A lot of people didn't support my work. And, I had to just stay course and push until the truth came out. And, people realized, there was a story that was fabricated against me. But it really is really
Peter,
finding
let me stop you real quick, because we have time.
Yeah,
I would love to get into the story
yeah.
that was fabricated to actually lead you to be incarcerated. If you don't mind sharing that story with us.
Right. So when I finished college, so I have a degree in information technology.
Was this in Jamaica or England or here?
No, it was here in Southwest Florida, in Fort Myers. I decided, what, I wanted this knowledge that I've already acquired, and I wanted to see what that looked like with a business, because we had the business in Jamaica, 3P Security. So I said, you know what, I'm going to extend it here, and this leg is just me and what that looked like. So I was very aggressive, salesperson. I go out with my sales rep and I pitch, what we do, and we would get contracts. And before you know it, we had over 15 contracts, generating over $300,000. So from there, I created some enemies. And when I say enemies, meaning other security company that they weren't getting the jobs. And they were furious that I was getting all the jobs. And so what they did, they paid one of my guys that worked for my company to undermine the company. And so I had this guy that worked for me went and said, I paid him money to go kidnap someone, possibly kill them. So they treat the story like, this was something that either happened already or was going to happen.
Oh, wow.
And, so, yeah, man. So this there on the day that I got arrested was the day I finally decided, because I had a couple employees were telling me, you need to fire this guy because he's complaining on the locations that you've put in him, and he's just talking a lot of bad things. So I wanted to reevaluate him and just kind of see where his headspace was, not realizing that would be the day I would get put in handcuffs and be locked away without any ban. I couldn't even ban out, man.
What you say?
I couldn't ban out, man. And so I had to sit in jail for 10 months. The charges, it was 16 charges, and they were all felony charges.
So you didn't have a lawyer that was attend to your case 10 months? That's almost a year, Cornell.
Well, this is what happened. So I acquired a lawyer about after the second week I was in, because everything was still confusing. I didn't understood how they could arrest me on something that never happened. So I didn't really know what was driving the case and all that. I was lost at the time. Everything was surreal to me. And so my attorney, and for him, I had knew him from before, and he had knew me from the security company and having all these different locations. So when he came to me, he said, I heard all this thing on the news and I know it's not you. So I would love to represent you. And, even though it was a lot of money, I said, you know what, I'm going to give it to you, man. And I'm going to, lift you up to God and have God, work through you. But I needed to sit in jail, to be honest with you. I needed that time to get close to God, to kind of get a relationship with God, to really understand what my true purpose was. Because I think, when I really was really busy with the security company, I didn't find time for my kids. I didn't find time, even with God, man. I was just about the money. And so I think that really put me in a headspace where I needed to be. And so I want to say about 8 months in, they lift the whole off the ban. And the amount dropped down to about $360,000, and I ban out after 10 months. And they dragged the case out for 3 years. And it wasn't until they realized the case is the oldest case and I wouldn't take a plea deal, they decided to go to trial. And on the third day of trial, the guy told on himself and told on the people that paid him to do what he did. So, it was mouth dropping for pretty much the whole entire court, because, they spent all that money on this thing and it wasn't even real.
So, some people will have to be compensate me for the 10 months that I've been locked away and all this torture. I'll be traumatized. Somebody have to pay for all that,
Yeah. And, to be honest with you, man, I came out and I just wanted to put that behind me. And so, because when I was there, I started writing and I managed to write 4 books before I came out. 4 different stories. What do I want first? And I said, what? Because I'm Leo, I was born on July 31st. I'm this lion. man. With like,
Happy birthday
with like
next week and couple days, by the way. All right.
yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. But I just feel like I have this eagle vibe, and so I say, you know what? Why not put out the book with no roar? Because I felt like I had no roar. And so I wanted to hide my story in that kid's story. That's really why I put out that book first. Because I have about 36 books that's written so far.
How many of the 36 have been published, though?
Only 3.
Almost all of them.
So it's it's a process, and like I said, a lot of when you get it with the big publishers, they have their own time frame on when they're gonna release your book and all this, and it's a process. They'll get the manuscript, and then they'll tell you, okay, the book will be ready in like 6 months to a year, and you're like, why it's so long? But it's all this process because they have other people that is in line. It's like, they have this certain date that they know it's gonna do good. And I don't know, man. It's like a album, man. They do it like how they drop albums.
But you have gone through the process. Now you're a seasoned vet in
Yes,
being
sir.
an author, and I see you take something negative and you turn it into a positive. So youths that's coming up can read a book like when you try to silence your roar, and learn from that, the walk from that, the journey. That sometimes in life, we see some people and we thought that we're doing good by even take this story for example, MC Hammer, that was once this rich, successful entertainer, but his downfall was just being kind to people. Everybody him see him employ, and he wasn't doing the proper paperwork by filing his tax, and this is how he comes down and water down to just one of those regular person. But he was doing a good deed. You know what I mean? So your book brought me to that direction where, it can help someone who is actually going in that direction and saying, if your voice has been taken away from you, here's what you can do. But I love the fact how you humble yourself and, do what you need to be doing, what you need to get done, and you utilize the time wisely. You wrote, 4 books while you were there?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? For real. That to me is an inspiration.
Right. Yeah, man. I've learned when I was young, man, that, my goddad he had a ranch. So he had pigs, he had cows, he had goats, chicken, all these. And one time, this pig man was just acting crazy, man. Like, and I was like, what can I do to calm him down? I need to go in there and, move him, do all these things. And my goddad said to me, man, hey, that pig is in mud right now. And if you go in that mud with that pig right now, the rest with that pig, who you think is enjoying all that mud? It's only the pig. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I have to use that analogy with people as well, man. It's just like, if you think you're someone that's wise and you let someone that is, possibly just make a lot of hideous decisions and love to argue and, go on things that are not even relevant, and you give them the time of day, that's time that you have given away that you can't get back. And you have not gained nothing from that argument. It's like, because when you go in an argument, which that's just come with a bunch of foolishness, they literally beat you up, man, and just try to bring you down. Like, you would have taken self from that you're at, and you bring yourself down to their level, and they beat you with all their hideous words, man.
That is so true, and I've seen it every day. It's something that I have a discussion here on the show every day. It's like I'm here defending, for example, you call me and you ask me, why never answer your phone? Because so and so and so. The fact that you said, is it because so and so and so, tell me, you're already telling me why I don't answer my phone already, So why should I even go ahead and answer you?
No, because they already have made their determination on what that look like. And this,
exactly,
the world we in now, it's crazy, man. Even you know, a lot of people now, I'm laughing. I'm laughing right now because even with the president we have right now, I'm laughing. I'm laughing with everything, man, because people are going nuts. You know, this guy, he talks his mind, man. His mouth is loose, whatever. But I'm saying, and we don't get this here a lot, bro. We have a lot of people here that have this hypocritical mentality. They would rather tell you something that they know you're going to feel good about rather than telling you how they really feel. But it's better when someone
said that, Colonel, I said that today. Exactly today. I said, listen, don't ask me if you're fat if you know you're fat. Because I'm going to tell you that you're fat. And then you're going to say, oh, I am this and I am that. But I'm just speaking the truth. I've been taught to speak the truth.
Yes, yes, yes. And it's what it is, man. It's people are at a place now where they're not okay with hearing the truth. As much and the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth hurts, but it's okay to take constructive criticism, man.
That is so true. Most time it does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's one of those things, man. But you know, we're getting there. I think we're at that place where we're still trying to understand the society we're in and what is necessary, what the media does, and how the media capture their audience, you know?
One of the things that we have to learn, though, is how to, humble ourselves, how to be a little bit more, exercise humility. Because one of the things that we are a nation of people that, as I said earlier, that we want it and we want it right now. This is why a lot of good writers out there don't venture into being an author because they think it's an overnight process. When you just explained to me it's not an overnight process. And that is one of the reasons why we don't see some good authors coming out with some good books and so forth. But I'm glad you're here today to have that discussion with us, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's it's always good when you can exercise patience. And patience is very big in this world we're in now because, really the good things, you can make $1 million today. And let's say you for me, I can take 10 years or 20 years to make $1 million, but I can lose that $1 million in 30 to 40 seconds.
That is so
Depends
true.
on the situation, how quick it is. It's hard to get it, but easy to lose it. And for us, to be like, you have put it like even the music. There's certain artists in the music world that have music that to this day when you play those music, people enjoy it. But you have artists that have came out after those people that you hear their music and you're like, why are they playing that? Like, what is that? There's nothing to it. There's no value in it. And I mean, there's a lot of artists out there, man, that have put out valuable, pieces that can stand the course of time. For me, I want to write stories that can stand the course of time where, you don't go see my book in a shop where they're giving away the books or they're selling it for 99 cents because it have lost its value and all these things in the story or whatever that look like, So it really with patience to really take your time, get your craft right, understand what you're trying to do, understand what you're trying to put out there to the audience, because whatever it is, it needs to relate to people. People need to find that message in it that can actually help them to apply themselves, because a lot of people in this world don't know their purpose, don't know their why. And when you don't know your why, it's like you're walking in a circle. You always have, like when you listen to some young ladies talk about, I don't know why I keep getting the same guys in my life and all these things, because they never pay attention. They never pay attention in the last relationship that was horrible. There's message that was in there. There's lessons to be learned. They never decided to pay attention to that, to capture what that looked like, brother. And so they're going to do it again.
That is so true. I'm telling you, it's so fun as we're having this conversation. I opened the show today and said, listen, this show today is definitely about, you, what your worth, what your self-worth, what do you, is it your worth or your parents' worth? What are you going off or what are you striving off? And the fact that, the definition that you use, or some ladies keep saying, why do I always keep attracting the same guy? It happens a lot.
Yeah.
But one of the things I can tell you, Colonel Bunting, is that for me personally, I like to tell my viewers and subscribers that, listen, all you have to do is take 2 steps back from any situation you have, and it will present itself clear as day to you, because when you're too close to it, it fog up, man, it's cloudy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah. You're not going to learn nothing from it. And you are right, man, when you say there's people that want certain things to happen. And sometimes people do see those red flags, but they want to go in with the intention to change that. How can I make this different? Like a young, like even still using the scenario of a young lady knowing this guy is a player, like all these different type of girls. This scenario, but you want to go in and you want to be the one that's gonna change him. What that look like? It's a whole lot to it, man, that we have to apply ourselves to kind of see the signs and to kind of take notes, work on our own self. Don't try to change yourself for no one, because I've been in relationships where girls have come in trying to play this type of character or whatever, and then after they get comfortable, give them about a month or 2, then the true self come out. And you're like, what happened to the person I met before, It's
that is
crazy.
That is so true, Colonel. I must say that, this show is just definitely one off the top today. The fact that, it's just non-stop truth. My thing is, when listening to you right now, my next question is, where can I get your books? Can I find it in Amazon? You know what I mean? All these platforms, Barnes and Nobles, can I find it there?
Yes, sir. And people can also go on my website, cornelbunting.com, and they'll find the books that are out right now. There is 3 other books that are in development right now, but Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Book Million, there's a lot of different sites that they can pull up my books and see them on. Some of them I don't even know. And I mean, in Europe, UK, the book is more popular. Where I'm really trying to get into the Caribbean to kind of possibly work with an organization that will say, you know what, we want to purchase a couple hundred of your book or a couple thousand of your book and give it to all these different schools, even in Jamaica, and try to get it in the library down there. So I'm working on that right now. I have some people that we're trying to get this branding right, trying to get what this all look like, because I'm really about giving in, man. If I can give away my work, it's okay, because then I know that people are learning something. I've never written a book where it doesn't have a learning lesson in it. There's always a takeaway.
I love that. Bunting, let me ask you this question, because I know that is any of your book audible right now? Can anyone go on and get an audio copy of your book?
So the Line with No Roar book do have an audio, but it's like I have all these politics, man. All this politics stuff going on, man. It's like it's because the deal I signed in England, they get majority of my book. The audio book was supposed to kind of not give them majority of the audio book, but they kind of put like a challenge on that. So what I'm doing right now, I'm in talks right now with a new publisher that wants to pull all 3 of those books to where they are, and then do the audios for those books as well, and then go from there. So the second book, PD Like Drip Drop, it's part 1 of a 11-book series. I just finished writing what the children's TV show can look like for that. I just send it to a Christian TV network here. So they, they're like, we want to do a pilot and stuff like this. So a lot of the work is still in development. Even with this last book, even though this book I debuted at #1 on Amazon, Bunt Walk, I haven't done the audio yet because my agent think I would do a much better job making poet albums because of how powerful it is. So, and it's very dramatic as well. So, and I talk about my culture in it as well a lot. So I don't know if you have time. I can share one of them with you.
Yes, man. I'm looking at 18 minutes right here. Of course, you can share one of them with me.
Okay, so this piece, it's called The Drop. And it goes something like this. From a barn, me I climb tree. My first tree was a mango tree. Then me tried the coconut. But the climb was great. The fruits of this palm tree, my mind have me thinking. That tree have bread, what can do? Wine, oil, and milk. So much, I come from this a one tree. A little man say them bore a hole in the heart and call it plamento. That liquor they resemble white tar. Me eat a cane and I watch the tree. In the evening, put a bamboo to the tree. Me a climb as day break. The climb look great. Us green, thicker than 2 of my fingers. Under that us is a hard shell, thicker than a walnut shell. Thinking about what's under that shell. White marrow substance. Put my finger in. Drinking this fresh with fish and bread. Tastes like almond. The natives make oil. We from West Africa with a climb nature. My next climb was the ackee tree, a prominent food, the national fruit of my yard, Jamaica. They talk about the ackee and saltfish. Me needed this climb, a climb to remember. Me standing under the tree looking. Ackee pods close, waiting for ripening. Man bring home saltfish. Me can't wait. Clean and wash. My mom say after pickings. Ackee pods open. Crocus bag ready. Girl to impress coming. Start my climb. The climb a success. Me at the top. Girl impress. Me happy. Time for pickings. Start my pickings. Ackee get drop in a crocus bag settings. Bagger get full. Out on the limb. Still picking. Me excited about this national dish. Everyone watching. I'm going to get her. She look at me smiling. Something move. Oh shit, limb broke. Me falling. Can't grab nothing. Me dropping. Not good. The main road caught me. Knocked out. I'm at a beautiful place. Entrance I wait. The settings look nice. Can't wait to get in. Do a man in my chest. No access. Too early youth. Come back on your wall. What happened, me ask? The drop happened, youth.
I like it. So it's so, just by listening to it, I just can feel like, honestly, I feel like more on the jelly coconut now for going on one of them trees. It provides shade, it provides oil, it provides all these things and all these things that come from just the jelly coconut itself. And guess what? You take,
yes, man.
I told you we have like what? You take 3 minutes just now, Cornell, and explain to me the product itself, coconut, and the many things that it have to offer that I didn't even know.
Sir.
I just learned in 3 minutes.
Yes, sir. That's how the poems are in the book. They all have little piece, and I'm telling you, man, I appreciate you, man, and in a big way, because a lot of people, they miss that. They miss the lessons in it, man.
And I'm telling you, you just have to pay attention. You know what I mean? That's all it does, just pay attention.
That's it, man. That's it. That was beautiful, man. So, yeah, I go on it, and I've actually, growing up in Jamaica, I was a big fan of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow work. And, he was a 19th century poet, and I liked the way he had did his piece. And there is a piece that he did that to this day stick to my head, and I think it's what really helped me to be as driven as I am and put in 100% in everything I do. And it goes something like this: Heights by great men, read Hep. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, man. Heights of great man, Reach and Kep were not attained by sudden flight, but while the opponent slept, they were upward tiling through the night.
Yes, and it's one of those things. I remember doing an interview, and the lady asked me, say, what does a work day look like for you? And I say, most of the times I'll get up at like 4 in the morning, do my devotion, pray, go to the gym, work out. I'm back home at least by 7 o'clock. I get some work done. By 9 o'clock, most of my important stuff is already done on the computer. And she said, how you can manage to do all these things? And I say, when you know what you want, when you have milestones, it's very easy because you set those milestones and you work towards them. And when I took, when I use the analogy from, while everyone's sleeping, I'm up toiling or whatever that look like. I'm crafting what my brand look like. And you know this, Flexx, like, what that is like to get your brand up, get Flexx up, get the TV program up and all these things. It's work, man, and only you can get it done. No matter who you sit down and talk to, they can't put in the work that you're gonna put in. So this is what it is, and that means a whole lot to me. And I always tell people, who is your biggest enemy? Your own is your biggest enemy. And only if we see that, like how we push ourselves, if we know that the only person that can stop us is our own self, we be okay, man. We be okay.
I'm trying to explain that to people that, listen, only you can start it's try that you have, whether you go fast or slow, that determines you.
Right.
If you want success, listen to it. If you want success, I never say if they want success, If you want success, it have to come from within you. A lot of people don't understand.
Yes.
I tell people this all the while. I strive for entrepreneurship with anybody else. The country that I'm from, which is Jamaica, promotes entrepreneurship. Here, when I come to America, I realize they have this slave mentality where when you go to college, when you're getting ready to graduate, them tell you to write a resume. That personally tell me that you send me for go work for the man. I want to come out and do this thing, but I know that the road that I'm going to take, Cornell, is the longer road, but the people living in your circle don't understand that. You know what I mean? It's like when the book of Job, when Job wife keep telling him, cuss God, Job knows that there's a long-term thing, And him just go easy and hold the faith, Because in the long run, this will come back 10 times for, so I'm just going easy. A lot of them people in your circle don't understand that. So you, because you know the end result that you're looking for, if you don't see it yet, you have to keep pushing on, continue pushing on, and sometimes it comes with you have to be selfish, my brother. For real.
Yes, man.
Believe me on that.
Yes, man. It's very true, and I love how you use the Job analogy because I've been actually telling people about that in the last month. What that look like. As much as sometimes you feel you have everything and then you lose it and you say God not really like you or wants God and all these things. Just be patient and pay attention to what He's trying to teach you. Once you take note on all these things, it's gonna happen where you're gonna be like, okay, this was good. If only I had just a little longer. If someone would Mr. KFC, Mr. Colonel, at the age of 20, that he wouldn't get a big break until he's 60 years old. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's one of those things.
For real, it's one of those.
Yeah, you have to stay going. It's the same with Walt Disney. When they told him all these little cartoon characters, this is hideous. This is not gonna do anything. This not gonna bring no business. This business. People gonna look at this stupid and look at Disney World now. Generate billions a year. I'm telling you, bro. We got to tighten up, man. We got to see the value in us because each world was given a seed. Got a seed in each. And all we have to do, man, is find that purpose and allow that seed to grow, man. Allow that to happen to what it's supposed to do. And boom, we see what the value is that we'll add to this world.
I love that. I love the way you put that, Cornell. My thing is, we have 8 minutes to go, right? And I'm gonna say this real quick.
Yeah.
We see a situation going on in Jamaica now, right? And I'm quite sure as an author, I know songwriters are trying to write songs to, see if they can compress the pain and struggle that is going on. For years we have seen this going on in our country, but it now rises to a whole new level. The violence that is taking place in Western Jamaica, and it's now coming across, and to the entire Jamaica. Some parts in Jamaica that you and I know that if we hear somebody dead down there, so it's always probably from old age. Now we hear people are dead by the gun and a rampage in those places.
Right.
If you have a book that you would write, what would that book consist of with what's happening in Jamaica now?
That book would consist of a journey, and then that book would consist of a message, and then that book would consist of the system, because a lot of the killing that's happening in Jamaica, it's coming from the actual big guys, the power guys, the guys that power, the politicians, all these guys that look at the society and they say, you know what, we need to come order here, we need to kill some people here, so we gonna let these guys turn on each other. We're going to give these guys some guns that are not sophisticated, and they're going to do these things right here. So and I've done a video, where I sent to Jamaica and I said, listen, guys, if you guys really pay attention, the people that want to help you guys do better, because Jamaica is taken over by different countries now. China have possibly most of Jamaica now. When you guys kill all the Jamaicans that want to see good for Jamaica, what is left for you guys? You guys are going to be slaves before you know it. You guys going to be back in that place where you're just working for those people to turn them into more powerhouse.
That is so true. And one of the things I can tell you, and I'm happy that you were blunt about it, and the reason why I'm always blunt about it, it's coming from a main source, a big source. And the fact is, the youths, them who have been handed down these high-power rifle and so forth, these are the ones that looking a way out and can't find a way. It's like I said, Mr. Bounty, I said this all the time. The pastor, them not in the community no more. I have not seen them playing soccer or cricket with the youths, them. So the youths, them don't have a mentor. Youths, them don't have anyone. So what them do? The man, them, the dance, them, we are send them thing, where them start calling, Wagwan Father. Them start calling father now. So now them find a new other household that have a whole different motive. So they're going to heal to the motive because the father send down 2 sneakers with a machine where I come down. So guess what? Who are clothe and feed me? So why not do what this father done want me to do? You see what I say? So this is something that they need to look into. And I'm just saying this is a book that I think that would resonate with especially Jamaicans overseas too, because a lot of them scared to go back home. You know what I mean?
That's true. That is true. And I'm one man that love challenges, man. So don't be surprised. I take that challenge up, man, and I knock out a book just to kind of show these guys, going on and what to the values that they need to see in this country, because Jamaica is a rich and beautiful country, And if Jamaicans have only, man, if they have just kind of take in what they have and see the treasure that they have, work with the people that are there and try to unite, instead of having this crabbing of the barrel mentality, where it's crazy, bro. But I'm telling you, anytime we realize how powerful we are, things will change. And I think that's really where we need to get these guys to understand how powerful this race is. This black race is a very powerful race. All the other race have looked at this race and say, I need to have that race. Help me build my dream. If us can look at ourselves and say, okay, what do I need to do to build my own dream? Start helping someone else building their dream. It's so simple, bro. It's so simple, but we have all these extra stuff going on. You know, someone come give them $100,000 Jamaican, and I want 200,000. Give them a gun and say, all right, go do this, go do that. Bro, you're cutting off your leg and not realizing you're cutting off your own leg, guys. Bro,
so true, my brother. Man, like, so true.
It's crazy, man. If only they know, bro. If only they know. And if most of these guys that are billionaires now and are millionaires, who you think build their dreams to get them to where they are now? It's this race. It's this color right here, man. It's crazy, bro. I'm so sad to see that we don't see that, and we don't see our value and doing it for our own self. We would have been at the top of the food chain, but we're at the bottom of the food chain right now. How is the most powerful race at the bottom of the food chain?
Good question. Well, Cornell, I want to say thank you so very much for giving us a hour of your day today, my brother. We know how valuable that is to you being a single dad of 3 kids, 2 of which is a teenager, and of course, you know, juggling that with the day-to-day writing and being creative and stuff like that. So we do really appreciate you being here. Once again, I want you to let our viewers and subscribers know how they can reach you via your website, social media, and what platform that they can go and purchase a book to continue. Let this journey continue, my brother.
Lovely. So, and thank you for having me on the show as well. So listen, everyone can go and check me out on my website, cornellbunting.com. CornellBunting.com. You can find me on Instagram, cornleg9. That's CORNLEG and the number 9. Also, it's the same handle on Twitter, Facebook. I have page. I have the Cornell Bunting page. I have the regular Cornell W Bunting Facebook, where you guys can watch me and my boys in Iraq. We have a show on there called the Bunting Boys Show, where we just show you guys what we do on a daily basis. And you guys can find my work on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you very much, my brother. I really do appreciate it. Of course, me myself, I encourage the team here to go support your movement. So therefore, we're going to head over to Amazon or Barnes and Noble and purchase a copy of that book. All right, so let us know when the next book I got drop, so we can revive, do a recap right here on Flexx FM. Cool,
yes,
brother.
Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for having me. All right.
Have yourself a great day, Cornell Bunting. Cool.
Yes, sir. All right. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Cornell Bunting, our special guest today. Of course, an author from out of Jamaica. How often do we find that, where we do have this talented individual that was born and bred in our country, and we're here and we're supporting authors all over the world. But then again, we have this brother right here. This is our gem. This is our goal. This is what we should treasure. And of course, the books that he writes have been written is inspiring. So a youth out there can be inspired by this book. Your son, your daughter, please support the movements, ladies and gentlemen. Do not allow the brother to walk this journey by himself. All right, that's my time. I'm out of here. Up next is Ross Lee. Let's keep it locked. We'll be recapping this show later on this afternoon. In the meantime, what time is it?
The time now by Flexx FM is...
It's 2 o'clock. The current temperature, 89 degrees.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station, Flexx FM.
Lord, I'm interceding for your people now. Lord, I'm crying out for all the people now. Lord, I'm calling out for all the people now, so listen to my cry. Long time we not have no nice time. The police and the thugs, them like the city at night time. And every evening we turn to prime time. See prophecies fulfilling, and we know this at end time. The Bible tell we say the people them did have to suffer. And here before we dance, and now we see the dirty tougher. For all the wicked and the righteous, things getting tougher. So the Father we are go for. Father God help, Father God help. For all the youths, I mean, the struggle, in the ghetto, in the slum, now help, Father God help. For all the mothers where you ball and all the more because I pick me dead. Help, Father God, help. For all the fathers we a work so hard and still can't find the food we eat. Help, Father God, help. We interceding for your people, Father, help me now. The older people them remember the good times, the nice times, the right times, and even the fun times. Never used to sing the songs with the gun rhymes, the good old days when love the death on the front line. All the babies and the sucklings make we come together, and through the wise them out God say we feel love one another. Not religion or a move for preaching style we prefer. Feed the youth them way I suffer. Father God help, Father God help. For all the youth them in the struggling and the ghetto in the slum now. Help, Father God help. For all the mothers we a mourn and all about because I pick the dead. Help, Father God help. For all the fathers we a work so hard and still can't find the food for eat. Help, Father God help. We interceding for the people, Father help me now. For all who think them now no hope and no future, just give your life to Jesus Christ, now what's them bad youth, yeah. Love your family, love your neighbors, love your enemy. That is how the Father tell us it's supposed to be. You think so wickedness about, well you not see wicked yet. When you hear the trumpet sound, make sure you not go regret. And when you hear the roller call, make sure you not go get left. Let Jesus Christ clean up your mess, so Father God help, Father God help. For all the youths them in the struggling and the ghetto in the slum now. Help, Father God help. For all the mothers we are mourn and all about because I pick me dead. Help, Father God help. For all the fathers we are work so hard and still can't find the food we eat. Help, Father God help. We interceding for the people, Father help me now. Help, Father God help. For all the youths them in the struggling and the ghetto in the slum now. Help, Father God help. For all the mothers we are mourn and all about because I pick me dead. Help, Father God help. For all the fathers we are work so hard and still can't find the food we eat. Help, Father God help. We interceding for the people, Father help me now. Cause a long, long time we not have no nice time. The police and the thugs them like the city at night time. And every evening when we turn to prime time, see prophecies, down when it's the end time. The Bible tell we say the people them did have to suffer, and there be times I know we see the dirty tougher. For all the wicked and the righteous things getting tougher. So the Father we are go for, Father God help, Father God help. For all the youths them in the struggling and the ghetto in the slum now. Help, Father God help. For all the mothers we are mourn and all about because I pick the dead. Help, Father God help. For all the fathers we are work so hard and still can't find the food for eat. Help, Father God help. We interceding for the people, Father help me now. Help, Father God help. For all the youths them in the struggle.
To the foundation of the music.
Yeah, man, say Rastly, turn it up now, turn it up to the fullest, turn it up to the buck, you know? Burn them, the Iva.
Yeah, when a Phantom will say Rastly, big up your soul straight. I'm here to say Rastly. Any other league come after dog with the Rastly movement.
Yeah, man, I say Gypsy on the new sensation. But like Rastly, see me.
All about my DJ Rastly.
Them for knows them can't fire burn or gas way. Them for knows you're the great Rastly. Yeah! No boy can't cross me. No boy can't cross me.
Rastly taking over.